Okay, for the past 3 days, I have been toying and warring with shooting this video. It's been a while, and I want to tell you a story. There's a young man who had a dream, and in this dream, he dreamed he was taken away by an angel to a place that was beautiful, where the wind was perfect, the sun's temperature was perfect, the entire atmosphere was just glorious, everything was perfect. But yet he saw in front of him a curtain, and the angel said to him, "I want to show you something." And he said, "Okay." So the angel began to pull back the curtain, and he could see what he looked over into hell. And he saw all these people just tormented and burning and screaming, "Save me, save me, save me." And then he locked eyes with someone he loves and someone he cares about, someone he would probably give his life for. And they also locked eyes with him. And this person was saying, "Save me, save me." But yet there was someone's hand around the young lady's throat. There was someone's hand in the back of her neck. There was someone's hand in her chest. There was someone's hand all in her back, holding on to her and screaming, "We'll never let her go. We'll never let her go." So he started trying to get to her. What he didn't know was there was something like plexiglass. You know, that kind of glass they make now that's unbreakable. So he was hitting the glass trying to get to her, and he couldn't. And she was screaming, "Save me, save me." And the people that were holding on to her were screaming, "We'll never let her go. We'll never let her go." So when he woke up, he prayed and asked God, "What does that mean?" So he called the young lady, told her the dream. As he began to tell her the dream, the interpretation of the dream begins to unfold. And ultimately, in the dream, it was realized that the young lady's past was holding her back. Now I'm going to come back to the dream, but I want to tell you something else. We're posting and chatting and writing blogs and writing videos and writing different things and saying different things about all the deaths we see around. All the stabbings, the shootings, the unnecessary things that makes no sense, things that just don't add up, the killings that are horrendous, the things that are taking place with the parents and the child who was dragged away by an alligator that didn't even eat the child, but the child was drowned, the different things where in Orlando, the gentleman came in and he shot up the club of the people who were homosexual, and his wife knew about it. Just so many different things we're talking about, and we are tweeting on, we're posting on Facebook, we're talking about on Instagram, and it's on the news. It's everywhere. The killings, the stabbings, the shooting. We're remembering Emmanuel Church here in Charleston, where I am, and how senseless these things are. But I got a question for you. Have you considered that we are doing the same thing and worse to people in the church who are supposed to be our brothers and our sisters? Have you considered that it just might be your tongue, that thing they call an unruly evil, where you felt like it was your job to destroy someone else's life by remembering their past and sharing their past and telling others what they're going to do and what they're not going to do, who they are going to be, what they're never going to be, what they're never going to accomplish? Have you considered that you are guilty of the same thing? We are guilty of the same thing. Years ago, I used to have the same thing called judgmentalism, where I thought that, it was my job to talk about people and my job to say what they were doing, what they were wearing, what she shouldn't wear, what she shouldn't say, how they should act, who he should date, who he shouldn't marry, who, where she should go. She shouldn't go to that college. She shouldn't go to that church. She shouldn't be trying to sing, whatever. Trust me, I'm not the only one. I just decided to finally tell the truth. And it's so many of us, we are killing each other concerning the church from the inside out. We're committing a genocide. We're guilty. We're stabbing, we're shooting, we're slaughtering, we're cutting throats, we're killing them each other execution style. Now let's get back to the dream, and I'm almost done. The person in that dream, the young lady, was me. The young man in that dream who had the dream was my pastor. And we began to talk about the dream, and we began to realize that what I was allowing to hold me back were the words of people. She's done this in her past. She's done that. And we're talking about a young lady. I've ministered. I've prayed for people. God has healed them. You know, God has delivered people from sin, from sickness, from healed people from AIDS, singing in the church, ministering, giving God glory, praise and worship, playing the organ and the keyboards and drums and other instruments, and just allowed what people were saying about me to stop me. No one put a gun to my head and told me to stop doing what I was doing in church. But let's be honest. We used to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is a lie. We say, oh, I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they say. They can do this, they can do that. That is a lie. It hurts. And guess what? God is going to hold us accountable for the lives we've destroyed, the young ladies we've stripped of their confidence because we said they shouldn't wear this makeup. They shouldn't wear those clothes. Some of them were young ladies that were not confident. Some of them needed someone to love them and to help coach and train them into how to be classy and not try to get the attention of people by their outward appearance, but to glow from the inside out from a healed spirit. Some of them needed, or better yet, some of them had self-confidence. And let's be honest, some of us were jealous because they had something we had and didn't have and wanted. Didn't know how to get it. Instead of asking them, honey, how did you get that glow? How did you get that self-confidence? You walk in class. Instead of complimenting them, we condemn them. We're guilty. And I want to say to you, if you're the person that has been stopped and hindered because you've allowed people to destroy you just about with their lives, with their hate, with their bitterness, with their judgmentalism, with them holding you to your past, I want to say to you, God spoke to me when my pastor shared with me that dream, and I began to see how I had allowed that pain to just fester and I was holding on to it, and I wasn't living, I wasn't laughing, I wasn't giving, I wasn't really loving. I couldn't, because people were saying who I could love, who I shouldn't love, what I should give, what my motives were. And I allowed that to stop me, to hinder me. I stopped doing videos. I stopped encouraging. I stopped coaching. I stopped training. I stopped ministering. I stopped pretty much going to church because I couldn't see where the real love was. I knew I had it on the inside of me, want to help people, want to love people, but I felt like I wasn't good enough anymore. If you look at me, hadn't been sleeping, been warring with this thing for days. Lost about 10 pounds, needed to, but nevertheless, I didn't want to lose it like that. But here's what I want to say to you. I know this video is long, but I pray you watch it until the end. God said to me, I allowed that to bring fuel for your fire, to thrust you into a place of purpose, into a place of destiny. I allowed that to build you up, to lift you up. Those stones they were throwing at you to be footstools and stepping stones up under you, building blocks under you so you could step to a higher level. I allowed that so that you could become the person of greatness I ordained you to be, to remember that there's a purpose for the pain, and the purpose for the pain that you're going through is to reach someone else, to let them know life is not over, to let them know they don't have to give up on themselves, to let them know that they can forgive themselves because God's arms are not too short. His ear is not deaf that he still can't hear. This God that we say we serve as Christians, is he not all powerful? Why do we act like people can never be changed by the God we say is so powerful that we say we serve? Why do we act like they can never get forgiveness? Why do we act like God can't be magnificent and omniscient and all powerful and turn their lives around? Why do we act like we're better than them? We're God, and it's our job to condemn them, to send them to hell. Put our feet on them and say what they're never going to be. I want to encourage you, if this is you, whether it's your job, people are doing this on your job, in the church, in the community, whatever has been coming against you, stones and blockages and hindrances in your life, I want to say to you, those things were designed to build you, to lift you up, to put your foot on them, to step on them, to grow you up to the next level. Yes, it hurts. But even in the pain, God is still an awesome balm in Gilead. He is still the mender of broken hearts. He is still the deliverer. He is still the savior. He is still the keeper. He's still the mind regulator. He is still the one who can stop you from committing suicide. He is still the one who can stop you from destroying your life on drugs and immoral sex. He is still the one who can stop you from believing that you'll always be covered in debt and lack and be without and be lonely. He is still the one who wants to reach down, way down, and pick you up, carry you on his back that was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of your peace was upon him. With his stripes you are healed. This is Joe, and I want to encourage you. It's not too late. Take your power back. Take back your life. If you believe that what your life was designed to be is greater than all those things you've gone through, connect with me. Reply and comment on this video. Inbox me. Your secret is safe with me. Let's connect, because there are people out there who need the truth of this video, who need the truth of what's going on in the church, who need the truth of the fact that our God is still an awesome God. He is still the one who rules and reigns. He is still the one who delivers. He is still the one who loves you. Be encouraged today. He hasn't changed his mind about you. Don't you dare give up on who you are. This is Joe. I look forward to hearing from you soon and connecting. Make it a great one.